Ronin's back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture, films, and the world we see. Deleted scenes, where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Let's roll.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTuber Ronin, and I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of Reserved Seats. We control the vertical, we control the horizontal. I want to say hello to everyone currently following along on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I want to say hello to a few people who have joined us here in the live chat. Faithful Blue Wrench channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch out for her channel, Fluff Chick Productions. It's Connie Cleary. Bringing the Geeky Geezers raid and Netters Network. All right. Now, I want to take a moment before I bring my my guest out here tonight to once again thank all of my subscribers for continuing to support the channel. We are, as of today, over 5,400 subs. So thank you very much for your continued support. Thank you to the new people who are now watching the channel, subscribed. Thank you to all of the new channel members over the last few weeks, including our pal Tim Hayes. Welcome, sir. And another little milestone that I'm about to hit is 1 million views here on the channel. I am a couple thousand views away from that, but that looks like that is coming very soon here, folks. And once again, I want to thank everyone who has continued to support the channel over the last 4 years. Not just here in America. You know, not just the people I get to hang out with every day here on YouTube, but those of you who are watching in around the world who watch this channel. Thank you all very much. You're why I do it, and will continue to do so. My guest tonight has been on before, but it's been a while, so I wanted to touch base with him. He's made some changes to his channel, and he's kind of getting up there in popularity. So I thought it would be as good a time as any to bring him on. So, ladies and gentlemen, the voice of Northern Oklahoma, the tired midnight blogger himself, Curtis Selby, along with Cassie.
Yes, Mr. Trump, I can guarantee an 80% increase in your security detail, all of them being graduates from Somalian leering centers. But I've got to go. I've got Deleted Scenes on the line. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Got to go. Hey, Stephen, how are you doing?
Hey, hey, talking to the man.
You know, just a little side hustle I have. You know, we try to increase security for certain very, very threatened people. I found that the leering centers of Somalia do provide some of the best security details. They're not good at spelling, but boy, they'll mess you up if you try to mess with their details. So anyway, yeah, how have you been, sir?
Yeah, been doing well, you know.
if I can get my
Yeah,
camera to work.
I was looking through the all the algorithmically things, and there, hello, Cassie.
This is the
Oh,
real reason why everyone
yes
wants to see. You don't want to see my leg, but there she is, the real star of the show, Cassie the dog, who's just a best dog. So, all right, now we've given everyone what they really want. The rest of the show is downhill from here. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries at all. All right, so like I said, there have been some changes to my channel here. Some good news of late, more subscribers, more members, and getting ready to hit this little 1 million views milestone. So, yeah.
Views. Yes, well, and you didn't even have to go all Dr. Evil to do it. That's what impresses me. You didn't have to.
Evil or evil?
Evil. You didn't have to get any death ray lasers or anything like that. And
sharks with freaking laser beams.
In these hard times, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. But thank you for having me on. I'll try to be mildly entertaining. And then. Sorry. My bad.
All right. And hello to the host of Geeky Geezers, Aged Boomer. Thank you for the raid, sir.
I try every day to be more like Aged Boomer.
We all do. Someone,
that I think you think I'm joking, but no.
Somebody has to be the adult in the room, and that's
exactly
usually Boomer.
Correct.
So.
And I always tried to be an adult, and then I found that adulting was hard, but he seems to get it done with some grace and flair. So, howdy, Aged Boomer, welcome. Now that I've killed the show, Steven, what do you got to say?
Thank you. All right.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank my mama and Elvis, the Academy.
I'd like to thank the Academy. I want to thank my agent. I want to thank my my hairdresser.
Oh, you have an agent? Holy cow! This is a professional gig. Crap. I got to put on my A game here. So.
Right. So that's something that has taken place since the last time you were on, was the Oscars, and no one slapped anyone.
I was disappointed.
Yeah, I know. I was. There were a few people I would slap.
I did not watch the Oscars. I did watch your show about the Oscars, and I watched Gorilla's. I think it was Gorilla's.
Oh, no.
I watched those shows about the Oscars. I think I learned everything I needed to know. Basically,
I don't even remember what I said. Honestly,
some movies got too many awards. Sinners, in my humble opinion, did not get enough. That's just me. I love that. That was one of my favorite films of last year.
I liked it. There
were some good films last year.
There actually was. Yeah. I was a big fan of Train Dreams.
I haven't seen it.
And currently on Netflix, sadly. Needed to be in theaters, and needed to be in to be on.
Well, I still want to see Frankenstein. That's what I want to see on Netflix. That's the big temptation. That's the only thing that's tempting me to take Netflix. Is I want to see that really bad. So
it's pretty good film. Pretty good film. Yeah,
it's a great book. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So, if anyone's wondering, I have actually backed off a little bit on producing, but I still try to keep going, and evidently I am still going and even growing just a tiny, tiny little bit. But what's going on is I have taken on 2 full-time jobs. Mainly because I did not want to be wanted to be as hardworking as Sashi, the man from the
Who
future,
is with us, the man from the
and
future.
he is indeed. Wait, where's he at? Oh, there he is. Yeah. So, um, no, I've got a couple of crazy ideas. First of all, so I was unemployed for a while, more sort of. I had a
Mm-hmm.
part-time job at a grocery store, and then my unemployment ran out. Grateful for having had it while I did, and basically after that, I kind of panicked and I took on 40 hours at the grocery store, and then I took on a part-time job at a janitorial staff because my resume is actually I have a decent resume. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, it is what it is. Maybe it could be that 54 number that they look at, But I took on a job as a janitor, and it's supposed to be part time, but they liked me really well, so they made me full time. And then I never really backed off at the other place. So I've been running around with chronic fatigue syndrome doing 83 hours a week.
Mm.
And I keep telling myself, well, next month I'm going to stop doing that. And then I don't. And I've got three reasons why I tell myself I keep doing it. One is I would love to come up with a down payment on a house. I'm renting a decent place, but I'm tired of renting. I'd like to get back to actually having my own place, my own home, and place where they can't kick me out unless the government says so. But that's a story for another day.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I've kind of always wanted to be I started this venture with the pipe dream of wanting to be an entrepreneur of some kind. And I know entrepreneurs work crazy long hours, and I've been like, well, am I able to do that? I don't know. I mean, I used to do that, but can I still do that now? And so I've at least proven to myself that for 2 months, yes, I can. Don't know if I can do it much longer, but I can do it for 2 months. And then the third thing is, I know this is going to sound just bizarre as heck, but there's something spiritual about working yourself to the bone and trying to connect with God at the same time. I don't know if that will make any sense. It may be the thing that finally convinces you that I am in fact crazy. But that's the third reason. I'm basically trying to see if it's like a vision quest, that the Native Americans did. You see if you suffer enough, maybe God will reach down and go, okay, you're cool after all. So those are the three totally wacko crazy reasons why I'm still doing this. But in the meanwhile, I'm still trying to stream. I'm still trying to produce videos. And I got to say, my little shorts, you gave me this idea. Shorts of geese are actually quite popular. And this is where I lost Steven right there. No. So there's some geese at the place where I work, and hopefully my job doesn't mind that I make shorts out there. But I started out making little shorts of the geese attacking cars because they'll see their image of themselves in the chrome and attack it. And it's funny, I think. And then for a while I was making little dialogues to that. And then I just decided it would be fun to just video the geese and then look at the video and say, what song does this remind me of? And the funny thing about YouTube is if you and I put a song on in this live stream, they will ding us. But you can put a sound to your short and they evidently don't care.
No. No, I've done that before in the past. From time to time with shorts, I'll add some music or a sound effect or something to it. But yeah, they don't ding you for the shorts. Maybe that's why, because it's just like you're using this little snippet. You're not.
Yeah.
Doing this
so I just basically I look at the goose or whatever, and I'm like, okay, what kind of song really fits well with the way the goose is moving? The other day, I got a little over 1,000 views, which is good for me anyway, from a goose walking, quote, dancing to "I'm Too Sexy." So that there it is. Now, you want to know about the phenomenal growth of my channel? I've been making videos of geese and putting it to bad pop songs.
Well, you have to start somewhere.
You do have to start somewhere. So we had some tornadoes come through. We actually had some tornadoes come through today, but they weren't in my part of the state. They're about 100 miles away. It's a fairly big state. That's all. You can say three things about Oklahoma. It's a big state. We have a lot of fresh water, and it's flat. It's intensely flat. But the fourth thing is that we have lots of tornadoes. If we could find a way to monetize that, and I think I have come up with something. There was a tornado kind of on the horizon, and so I just put some music to that. And evidently, people like to listen to music set to tornadoes. I never would have thought this, but it is what it is, and I'll just accept my accidental success. So, Saki is right. I'm a goose lawyer.
Yeah. Sorry. So at work, you actually say, "Talk to me, goose."
Those geese are protected. Like, the government will come down hard on the company. I won't name who I work for just in case, but they will come down on that company hard. So if you hurt one of those geese, you are fired. Yeah. So I figure I can't hurt them. I might as well make a couple of pennies off of them.
I tell you, those are.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying that those are some loyal birds now. Now we got. I live in an area where they tend to congregate. It used to be a lot of. There used to be a lot of foliage, places they could go. Unfortunately, I'm living in a town where they're really starting to build things up.
Right.
And the wildlife of the area is getting pushed out. And you see them in... so you're starting to see, like feral cats.
Oh, no.
Geese. I'm pretty sure I had a deer in my backyard a couple of weeks back.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, and hello to Real Wade Nation Gaming Club.
Oh, Real Wade, you're too kind. I'm not the best person ever, but I do have the best dog ever.
Indeed.
I do have the best dog ever.
So you're going into so I'm living in an area, like I said, it's being built up, and there's not really a whole lot of places for the animals to go, because the wooded areas are all gone. So you're seeing this. Not to fall too far down that particular rabbit hole. Speaking of rabbits, which you also can see a lot of, and we are encroaching on their territory.
Yes,
and let's be honest, we are doing that by building up the way we are, and so the fact that we are seeing more interactions between people and wild animals is not a surprise to me because I'm starting to see a lot more of that here. And they're getting really brave too because they'll walk up on you.
Well, because you can't hurt those geese, they will challenge you. They will challenge your car.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you have to be very careful how you drive because, like I say, you're fired if you hurt one of them. And they seem to know it. They'll just walk up on your car with their great big old wings stretched out and they're hissing and yeah, the car could like destroy them in seconds, but I don't want to anyway. I really don't want to hurt them, even without the protection. But, and granted, yeah, I've got the other job. There is something interesting about having two jobs. You have a lot less fear of being fired because you got another one to fall back on. Mm-hmm. And it is kind of slow because the times we live in are not very kind to the middle and lower classes. But the bank account is slowly growing, and I keep thinking, if I can just keep doing this, I can maybe. What I would really like is to get up to about 5,000 in my bank account. I don't know where other people are at, but that to me would be okay. Now I can start shopping for a decent foreclosed house somewhere in this town, and I'd have the down payment, and everything would be pretty cool. There's a big debate now in our chat about, well, it's not really a debate. Everyone's agreeing geese are evil. So I don't know that they're evil, but they're a lot tougher birds than they look like.
And hello to Pleasant Valley Picker. Now, what I was kind of going into was that geese are very loyal animals.
They are.
They mate for life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing evidence of this. I even have a video that's one of my most popular videos up on my channel. That's just like a whole, family of geese. They stick together. They seem to have the whole family thing down in a way that we as humans do not seem to have. PvP says the Canada geese here hiss and will poop on everything. Well, I don't know so much about the pooping on everything. The smaller birds usually do that. But as far as hiss, if you get kind of in their personal space, yes, they will.
Yeah.
Ducks are nicer. Well, ducks are out on the water and they know you're not going to follow them over there. So that's another thing.
Although I have not eaten goose and I have eaten duck. And duck is actually pretty tasty. I have no idea about goose. I'm sure they're tasty too, but never had goose. PvP says that geese can be aggressive. I can vouch for that because, man, every now and then I just think, I'm just going to have fun and hiss at this one and spread out my arms. And they're like, they just keep coming. And I'm like, okay, I better back off. I want to keep the job. And Sashi says, and geese can fly, so they always have the high ground.
Yes.
Disney should have
ready to have thrust.
Duck season, goose season, rabbit season. Connie says that goose is good eats.
Oh.
PvP says squirrels.
Mostly squirrels.
Squirrels. Mostly squirrels around here.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, real Wade, it's okay that you canceled because, like, I had to do this, and I didn't have to. I wanted to do this, and like, I'm kind of tired anyway, which is why I call myself the tired blogger because it's kind of my brand. Ooh, Connie Cleary, Elmer
Elmer
season.
season, and that look on his face when it says Elmer season.
Neat.
Like, oh no. I'm sorry.
I'm running from Wabbit. PvP had a squirrel charge at him, had to stomp his feet to scare it. You know, I've never had a squirrel charge at me. Now, I did have a ginormous raccoon meet me at the door one night. I was about to go walk to a friend's house. I can't even remember why. I was either going to bum some food off of them or watch their cable or something. And I walked out, and the biggest I'm not even going to tell you how big it is because I don't know that you'd believe it, but it was, I mean, it wasn't human sized, but I didn't know that raccoons could get as big as this raccoon was. It was probably at least as big as Cassie.
Wow.
And I was a little scared because, like I say, I thought that they were only 1 or 2 feet tall, little cute things. This thing was huge. So I stayed home that night. Okay, that's all. That's the whole story. There wasn't really much of a point to it. PvP was afraid that the squirrel might be rabid. That would be bad.
Yeah, that would be good. Rabies is rare here, but can happen. Indeed. Yeah.
True. Wade, I think you give me too much credit for saying I'm a regular person, but I appreciate you, and I get what you're saying. You are too kind. I appreciate you. PvP had raccoons in Vancouver. They can be rabid and be aggressive. Holy cow! I've never come across a rabid raccoon. Now I've got, Rocket Raccoon versus the Rabid Raccoon. It's a movie that needs to happen. Disney, make it happen. I'll take back everything bad that I said about you if you'll just have Rocket versus the Rabid Raccoon.
And Bradley Cooper can be both characters.
Right on. And Groot needs to be in there because, I mean, what's a movie that doesn't have Groot? It was from Springfield from Simpsons. Right on, Connie.
Okay.
Right on.
Here's one thing that I had actually meant to bring up earlier during the member stream with Connie when I had her on. And since we have her here in the chat, I'll do this one quick aside. Now on her Cosme program Friday night, she did she showed a movie called Something Evil, which is this very early made-for-TV film directed by Steven Spielberg.
Nice.
And it convinced me of one thing. He directed Poltergeist.
Oh,
because it is the exact same movie.
Wow.
And I want to see a cut of Poltergeist that tells the truth in the credits. It should say written and directed by Steven Spielberg based on Something Evil written by Robert Klaus. That's what it needs to say, because it is beat for beat, except for all the cemetery stuff, and it doesn't have the older sister, but it is beat for beat Poltergeist.
Wow. That is the one thing I'm missing. I mean, I miss other things too, but the next to spending time with Cassie, the second thing that I miss about working all these hours is the community. I hate missing. I miss so many people's streams. I try to go back and watch them, but there's just so little freaking time. And so, Sunday is the one day I make sure I have off, and I spend like most of it either asleep or doing chores. And then I try to get in some streaming. I usually try to make your uh, your Sunday, like the Western cinema or whatever, whatever it is you happen to do, which is usually Western. But I didn't make it today. Today I was wiped out, and two, I had so much to do. But I don't know if it's true that I'm connecting with God, but I am sure wearing myself out, and that's good somehow. I don't know. But, and we miss you too, Connie. Cassie's right here laying down depressed, all sad. If my floor was cleaner, I'd show you. But ooh.
VP says we've seen a full-grown deer here in the past 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Sashi says you don't know how good you have it. We used to have tigers and elephants. You don't want to mess with those.
I want tigers and elephants. Bring back the North American big cats. Well, we have some big cats. We have your mountain lions, and we have the cougars. They're big enough. I did once see, when I was very, very young, I saw a, what do they call it? A bobcat. And that was actually quite cool. But I've never seen in the wild a mountain lion or anything like that. I know they're here still, but I have not ever seen them. And Cassie is not just cute, she's beautiful. She's adorable. She's quiet. She's kind. She's the sweetest dog I've ever known. She's restored my faith in the world. So every time she wags her tail, an angel gets its wings. The city is large.
Yeah. 66 population. It's still in Canada, and wildlife is not far away.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I got you beat. Tonkawa is a massive community of 3,000 people. Be impressed. Be impressed. It's huge. I love it here. I love that it's so small. You don't have to go very far at all, and you do have wildlife, but they're actually out where they are. It's so fun. It's sweet out here. I want to buy a house out here and settle down, and I won't make any more babies, but I'll have Cassie, and I'll have a community, and who knows what other craziness. I'm thinking about starting my own cult. We're all going to worship Cassie, and okay, maybe not that last part. We can edit out that last part, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Oh my God, Sashi has seen a tiger on the prowl. Yeah, I don't know that I've got the gut.
No,
I've got a little bit of courage, but no, I don't know that I've got enough to face a tiger. Man. Bobcats running away from your pickup, that's okay. That I have enough courage that I can deal with that. But a tiger, and I don't have a truck to hide in, I don't think I've got the courage for that one. Maybe. So, are there any good movies that have come out this year?
This year? A couple, I think. Project Hail Mary, for sure. I actually liked I Swear quite a bit.
I Swear, I have not heard about this one.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, I've
been hiding in a cave.
This was the movie that started the whole controversy at the BAFTAs.
Oh, okay. There was a controversy at the BAFTAs.
Okay, here's what happened. Okay, now the guy who I Swear is about is a man named John Davidson. and he has Tourette's.
Oh, okay.
And the whole movie is kind of his life story. He goes from being this normal kid to kind of out of nowhere. I really think it was probably that shot to the head that he took when he was playing soccer or football, as they call it there.
Yeah, I can see that.
So what happens is it kind of takes him from being like about 12 to like an adult, and the people around him not understanding, thinking he's just acting out on purpose.
Oh yeah.
It strains his family. His father frickin' abandons the family over it.
That happens, sadly.
This
I wish
guy
it
who
didn't.
says, I'm going to go to the pub, and then kind of fucks
and then
off
he's
in the
never seen
movie.
again.
Yeah. And then he meets some people who are understanding. A woman who's a nurse, and he goes and kind of lives with her family because he knows her son. And he gets this job at a kind of a community center, and and it's kind of the trials and tribulations. But as people sort of get used to him, and he basically kind of spreads the word on what it's about and starts helping other people with Tourette's. Anyway, that's kind of the film. But
okay, it does sound interesting though.
One of the things that is part of Tourette's, and I brought this up because I did a show about this. And one of the things that happens with Tourette's is there's no filter, and you just kind of blurt out these certain things. And sometimes racial things.
Yeah.
Well,
because there's even a
scene in the movie about it where he has to go to court over this thing, and he has a black lawyer.
Oh no! Oh my!
And there's a scene where the lawyer says, "I have heard things come out of his mouth that I've never heard before," but he can't control that.
Against a black lawyer, but I can see that might cause tension. I can see that. I can see that.
Anyway, so they had the real guy at the BAFTAs. Now they know what this movie is, supposedly. They know what the subject matter is. They know what happens with this guy out in public, and he cannot control it.
Right.
So, okay. So then we brought up Sinners earlier, and guess who's on stage? Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo.
Yes.
So guess what Davidson says in the middle of one of these ticks? Out loud, live on a broadcast.
Oh no!
And so
only Kanye could take that well. Anyway, go ahead.
So the whole thing was, they sort of, everybody started acting very foolish about it. Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo didn't say shit because they knew it was up.
They have class, that's why.
Yes. And, the guy went on and apologized, and he go, look, I've dealt with this most of my life now. This is,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. It's just a bad, sad thing. Yeah.
The point was the people who run BAFTA, because apparently several of them decided they had to resign over this thing.
Oh my gosh.
Was the thing that obviously they did not see the movie they voted for, because the guy who plays Davidson in the film went on and won the Best Actor BAFTA, and he's probably he should get nominated for an Oscar and should win it, honestly. He probably won't, because it's the Oscars and they're not relevant anymore. But
they're not. No, I cared more about your show and Gorilla's show about the Oscars than I cared about the Oscars. I'm just saying.
I need to go back and watch that episode then.
It's all good. I'm not saying that it profoundly changed my life. It's just I wasn't going to watch the Oscars, so I watched you guys instead.
The fun one was a couple of years ago when I did an unscripted episode called "The Oscars Not So Special."
They're really not anymore.
And I had Jason Fox in my chat, and he's like, "Dude, I know you can simulcast this." And so it went from my just doing my regular show to me and Jason watching the Oscars with the chat and just ragging on everything that's going on.
Fantastic.
For like 3.5 hours. So that's going to be that's going to be like if I ever did a trivia show, I'll go number one, which episode of Unscripted not only had a guest but went longer than an hour. It'll be that one.
Nice. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So that was fun. But I Swear is a good movie. And if you really want to know what it's like for somebody with Tourette's, look into John Davidson's story and what he had to and go into and see what he had to go through. And and
I have a nephew with Tourette's, and I have another moderately close friend that has Tourette's, but theirs is very mild. They don't usually cuss or say slurs, but they have facial tics that they can't control, and sometimes they'll just make very random noises, and they can't help it.
No.
I say it's mild because they don't. I've never. I mean, they may, but in my presence, they've never. Just started cussing or saying the N word or anything like that. But the point is, they can't control what they're. That just comes out, and it's just some part of their brain that's wired. I don't know about wrong, but differently. So, they're good people. They're really good, solid people, but they can't, they can't control at certain times. They don't take stress very well, and I hate that for them. But it is what it is. What do we got here? Sashi, the only thing that Oscars did in my life was introduce the same. Well, yeah, there's that too. My opinion, ticks suck and snakes are cool as long as they don't bite me.
Yeah. PvP says, watch rattlesnake one's coming towards me. Got back in the car real fast. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I have been lucky. I've rarely seen any rattlesnakes. We have a lot of bull snakes and garden snakes out here in Oklahoma, and they will usually not hurt you if you don't mess with them. So,
Wade says, I can only imagine 2 was good. Connie says, I came close to with a tiger years ago. His name was Sammy. Need to dig out pictures. Nice.
Tiger.
Okay, that pop-up thing is in the way. It deleted us. So Curtis Sky High and Treasure Planet.
Curtis, I love them both.
I heard. Yeah, I heard Treasure Planet's really good. That seems to
be is good.
That seems to be making something of a comeback. That film, because I don't remember that being a big deal during release. But it seems like everybody's kind of rediscovering that one.
I didn't see it until Wade showed it to me. I thought I had seen it, but it was a different show that I'd seen. What was it? It was the other one. There were 3 of them that were that were good but were flops. There was Treasure Planet. There was Earth or After Earth, I think it was. And then there was the Atlantis one, and it was the After Earth one, I think, was the one that I saw. And that was really good, if my memory serves. It has been 20-some years. but he showed me Treasure Planet, and I thought I'd seen it, but I hadn't. And that was much better than it's very similar to the book. It's not exactly the same as Treasure Island, but very close. It's basically Treasure Island in space, and that was really cool. That was really cool.
Wade says we need to cover Gravity Falls. All right.
It's a fun show. Yeah. It's a fun little show. I mean, it was back when Disney didn't suck, and they still did some fun stuff, and it didn't have to be all about a message. Just let's have some fun with a cartoon.
So she says the streamer with Tourette's who tried to explain also got dogpiled on social media. Yes, she did. Unfortunately so. Yeah. Oh, it says I got to say, Deleted is the one who introduced me to Curtis.
Oh, that's cool.
Right on.
I forgot about that. Well, it's convoluted how I got into this whole community because I met someone who was interviewed by someone who interviewed Deleted, and then Deleted introduced me to Troy. I mean, not personally, but like you talked about Troy on your channel, and so I was like, and that's how I ended up here because I watched you and I watched Troy, and I was like, wow, these are cool people. I want to be like the cool kids, and there it is.
I kind of think of it that way, it's like finally for once I feel like I'm at the cool kids table, and I feel like an imposter.
Well, I don't feel like an imposter, but I do feel like I'm just grateful to be at the cool kids table at all.
Yeah.
So, I'm just like, hey, I get to be on Deleted Seeds. Ha ha! Take that. Like so-and-so in grade school who thought I was a joke. Ha ha! Never mind. I'm over-exaggerating.
That's fine. Wade is also...
Monk was funny. That was a great show.
Recommending, that's the word I'm looking for.
Monk.
Okay. So she says, the only thing the Oscars did in my life... Yeah, you said this. The only thing the Oscars did in my life was interesting. Oh, actually, anyway. Yeah.
That's about the best thing it ever did for me. Although, yes, PvP's got a point. Jack Palance's one-arm push-ups was pretty darn epic.
Yeah.
I miss Jack Palance. Especially, I mean, there's a lot of things I miss about him, but do you remember Ripley's Believe It?
Why not?
I miss that.
Missed
that was
call.
So good. And his daughter was
still haven't seen his script yet. Yeah. You ever see that? Remember that MST
No.
where they did? Yeah, they did.
Oh,
Mystery Science Theater did a movie called Outlaw of Gore, which is supposed to be this like low budget, like
I know of
Sword
it,
and
but I don't
Sandals
think
movie,
I've seen it.
which was based
I've
on a
seen a
series
ton
of
of them, but
books.
not a lot. Yeah, okay.
And Jack Palance is in the movie. As this kind of sort of, I guess he's supposed to be a wizard. I'm not really sure, and I'm not sure he knew, but they go into this whole bit of like Mike as Jack Palance.
Oh no!
Supposedly reading a book by Jack Palance about the making of the film.
Oh. I can imagine that. That had to be good. I gotta look that up.
Think I may have killed a man last night. Walked into a scene last week. By mistake, and they kept it.
Outlaw of Gore. I need to see that one. I've seen a lot of them, but there's also a lot of. There's so many.
There are.
I mean, for a show that kept getting canceled, they lasted forever, and I love that. The sheer tenacity of these people, and they're coming back, and I'm just so happy. And it's like, if you don't believe in God, I'm kind of kidding here, but if you don't believe in God, look at Mystery Science Theater. It keeps coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Okay, now I'm done. I'm
The
off my
Rift
soapbox.
Tracks version is negligible.
It's
I haven't really
good.
seen all of those. I don't know.
I haven't seen all of them. Well, they have 16 years of those. I'm just saying, you've got over a decade of Mystery Science Theater, and then you got 16 years of Rift Tracks. There's over 20 years of this stuff out there. And they're my heroes. I mean, you and Troy are my heroes, but they're my heroes, like all in gloss and gold. If I could be somebody, I would be Joel Hodgson or Mike Nelson, and I'd be with you or Troy or somebody or Wade, Connie, Outlaw Bill, who's here, by the way. Hello, Outlaw Bill.
Okay.
And
I got
we
to
would
catch
be
up with
riffing a movie.
Yeah.
And it would be glorious.
Yeah. Let me do this real quick. Wade says, we brought this up. The tornadoes did not touch down near you.
It did.
It did, but you explain.
So it was about a mile and a half, maybe, away. It went to the east. I know you don't know the geography here intimately, but it went just, I want to say, east of the casino. Basically, it touched down so that you could see it and get a good view of it, but it didn't hurt anybody. So, that's the way every tornado should be, in my humble opinion. You get to see it and go, ooh, that's cool, but then nobody gets hurt. But sadly, another tornado hit Enid and did a lot of damage there. And there's a couple other tornadoes that hit other towns. And it's Oklahoma. I don't mean to poo-poo it. I've been so lucky. I've never been closer than a mile from a tornado. But if you live in Oklahoma, you're probably going to have tornadoes dancing around you at some time in your life. And I've just been incredibly lucky. I've lived 54 years without one wiping me out. There's a lot of people who cannot say that. So, but I thought it would be really sleazy, and I thought I would make it's kind of hard to see the tornado. You can only see the top of it where I'm at. But I make a video and I put AC/DC's Thunder to it. And then what's that other group? The Thunder, it's the Thunder, Lightning and the Thunder, that song. I put those two to the same video, basically, and they both got 1,000 views, and I was like, wow. So all I really need to do is do really silly stuff and put other people's music to it. Maybe YouTube is still successful as long as we don't talk about our politics. I don't know.
Wade.
Atlantis. That was a good one.
I keep forgetting this word tonight. Recommending Atlantis.
Okay. I have not seen Atlantis, but I've heard it was really good. But it was a flop. So there you go.
PvP says the Oscars give out too many awards to films I've never heard of. Well, I hear of them all because I have my ear to the ground for that sort of thing. Because, I do a movie show, where we kind of keep track of this sort of thing. So with me, it's not so much movies that I haven't heard of, but it's just they're nominating, in my opinion, the wrong movies.
I understand. Sinners was one I agreed with them nominating and giving awards to. I watched it. I loved it. Yeah. I know not everybody did, and that's okay.
I kind of get the argument, but what kind of what takes me away from that is the fact that I don't see the vampire as a complete villain.
Oh well,
I
they're
don't
not.
see. I
Not
I think
anymore.
I think that he, the lead one, Remick. I thought that there were layers to him because he
Yes.
has that whole
Yes.
backstory of basically being chased from his homeland,
Yep.
being starved out of it. And this was something that happened to the Irish
Yep.
at the point of time that he comes from. These were people who had their lands
I'm part
stolen
Irish,
from them,
so yeah. I mean,
and
I
as
don't want to
mine.
get.
So,
Mhm.
yeah, so I'm well aware of this. And so when I mean, he has that line of when he basically we find out who the guy that he bites earlier is and how he's going to figure into things. When he basically says to Michael B. Jordan, "Hey, join me and let's go find the guys with the white sheets and go kick their ass." I'm kind of
Yeah.
I don't really
No.
I don't have
Yeah.
a problem with that.
I really don't
Um,
either. I
no,
it was. I mean, I don't want to get too weird about it,
no,
but
but
because
yeah,
I mean, okay, let's say you're asking me which is a better film, The Godfather or Sinners. I'm probably going to go with Godfather. But having said
oh
that,
sure.
Sinners was it was entertaining. It had a lot of levels and nuances. There
Mhm.
was a lot of excellence. You could see that there was a lot of hard work in it. That's my big deal is if I see that you've worked hard, like even if the film is cheesy, if I can kind of see that you've put some hard work into it, I'll forgive a lot of cheesiness, you know. Whereas if I like a Steven Seagal movie, just as an example, if you're a lazy mofo, I just don't, I just don't care. I don't want to spend any money on it. I don't really want to watch it. I'll watch a riff of it. Space Ice riffing Steven Seagal is really entertaining. It's really fun, but I
Sniper
don't really want to
special
watch.
ops. What the hell was
Yes,
that?
yes,
Oh my
yes.
god.
Now, I will say I did love Under Siege, and I've
Oh
heard
yeah.
that there's a few others of his that were good,
His earlier
and
films are fine. Yeah.
they were fine. And I will also say this: even though people make fun of him, I would not be surprised if he could kick my ass because he did study under some fairly legit people, and he was fairly
Hmm.
legit at one time. But he's no Chuck Norris to me.
No.
Um, I don't think his films are as good. I don't think they're as entertaining. Chuck Norris, you can say whatever you want about his acting, but I think he was a hard worker. I think he was a gem of a human being, and I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him bad. I'm not gonna start crying. You're crying. You're crying. Deleted, not me.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna miss Chuck Norris. I was hoping we'd have him for another decade or so, but I guess
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, he got another job.
You got it. He's now the new
He's
Angel of
bodyguarding the big
Vengeance
guy.
or whatever.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. He protected Trump. Nobody knows it, but he was the one that actually saved it. What do you think about that? PvP Academy has often been inconsistent, overlooking great films to award mediocrity.
I
Deleted, you
agree.
know more about this than me.
I agree. I look here's what the Academy did in this past year was they gave Best Picture to a movie that lost its studio $120 million.
Holy cow!
And they did that because of the politics that are contained in the film.
Orange Man bad, Orange Man bad, Orange Man bad.
Pretty much. Yeah. So, look, I haven't really commented on it because I haven't seen the movie.
That's true. I haven't either.
I considered reviewing it. It's on streaming now. It's available. You don't have to pay for it, so it's out there. But I just haven't really.
So what you should have done, I'm kind of joking halfway here. You should have put up a goal that if 10 people would give you like $50 super chats or something crazy like that, you would review that movie. Sorry.
You grifting bastard.
I'm a bad man. What I would hear. Man. I'm a bad man. I'm sorry.
Wade says, me and Curtis can disagree on stuff, but we get along really well. Well, there you go.
No, we have to agree on everything, Wade. Everything. I'm teasing. No, I mean, I don't understand. That's one thing I don't understand about these current times. Like, when we were kids, look, you're about my age.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but in our day, you could disagree over at least a few things, and it was okay. You didn't have to hate each other. You didn't have to beat each other up. Now it's like, democracy is great. I agree. And this is great. Yeah, I agree with that. This party is great. Well, sometimes it is. You bastard, and the fight's on, and I don't get it. Don't get it.
I do want to say hello, of course, to my partner in crime, the toxic gunslinger himself, Al Talabil. Of course, the host of Western Cinema Presents, which we did earlier this afternoon. Watched the movie Death Rides a Horse from 1967 with Lee Van Cleef and that mutineer John Philip Law. Actually a pretty good movie. So,
I'm afraid I missed it. I was doing a chore and I was like, what is it? But Outlaw Bill, you gonna draw them pistols or you gonna whistle Dixie? I just love that he's got the Outlaw Josie Wales as his avatar. That is fantastic. We love you, Outlaw Bill. I hope you are doing well.
And also hello to Lieutenant Giratina.
Hey, howdy.
Sashi says, ended up here after subscribing to Sin. So if you need to blame anyone, blame her. I can't. She's far too violent. She's
that's right. She is, isn't she?
She scares me.
I'm not scared of Sin.
No.
She's not here, right?
Make sure. Yeah, no. No, we're good. We're safe.
I'm not scared of her. Not even a little bit.
PvP says I had Ripley's comics. Cool.
Those were fun. I had a couple of their books. I had their books about the UFOs, and I had their book about disasters. And Ripley's Believe It or Not is the show first, and then the books were some of the formative things of my very demented thinking. But I have to fight myself not to do it. But half the time I'm wanting to go into believe it or not.
No.
I just Jack Palance is my hero. I miss him too. Gosh darn it. All the greats are gone. Or too many of them are gone. And he was in a lot of cheesy movies, but he was in a movie of Zorro that I loved very well.
Oh.
Yeah, he was the alcalde. Don't ask me how he passed off as a Mexican alcalde, but I liked him.
He played Mexicans a few times. The Professionals. I think it's probably the main one. The thing that people don't remember about Jack Palance is that This guy got nominated for the Oscar back when it meant something. Back in the 50s,
Yeah.
2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
For Shane and a movie that I think was called, Sudden Death or something like that. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen the Sudden Death, but he was great in Shane. Shane is a great movie. That's an iconic Western. That's, I mean, I'm not saying that if that's the only Western you watch, but it's, if you only watch 5 or maybe 10 Westerns, that needs to be one of them. Shane was great.
Outlaw Bill mentioned, yes, that was Imagine Dragons that you quoted earlier.
Yes, that's right.
Yep. And Wade says he's going to show you Atlanta sometime down the line.
Cool. Nice. That would be fantastic. Okay. I would love to see Atlantis.
Opinion: should Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, aka Mummy 4, be canon or not?
I have not seen it, so I have no opinion on that. But
I'm mixed on it. I was not a big fan of Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, but since the new Mummy movie that we're going to be getting next year, they seem to be decanonizing it anyway.
It's kind of a moot point, almost.
So yeah, well, yeah. Do I think it should be canon? I mean, they may as well bite the bullet and do it, but at the same time, you didn't have Rachel Weisz in that movie, and she's coming back for this one.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I am so in love with her. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I don't. No, that's fine. I don't know what they're going to do in regards to the character of the son, how far they're going to age him up, because the reason why Rachel Weisz didn't do Dragon Emperor was the fact that the son was an adult already by the time they got to that film. And I think there was a little bit of vanity there, which I honestly don't really blame her for. But yeah, I think that was one of the reasons. And I missed not having that little kid from part 2 in it, because I thought that kid was a
I have to confess that all I have seen is the first one. And I absolutely love the first one, but that basically when the second one came out was about the same time that my life started to go crazy. And now one reason why I'm in this community, other than the fact that everyone's cool, is I'm getting caught up, sort of. I'm getting as close to caught up with the movies as I'm ever going to get with you guys. So, yeah, I'm at least, I guess, 3 movies behind on that series.
Well, okay. All right. Here it is. Now, in the Mummy Returns, which is the second one, they introduce a character called the Scorpion King.
All right.
Who's played by The Rock. He's not in a lot of the movie, and what is there is mostly CGI. And the CGI is not very good. Just on not just for the CGI Scorpion, but half Rock, half Scorpion. The CG in that movie is not great, period.
Gotcha.
But it's still a fun movie to watch. Now, they spun the Scorpion King off into his own series of films.
Yes.
And The Rock is in the Scorpion King. And they actually have a movie called The Scorpion King with The Rock in it. And then the rest was like straight to video type of films. And I think they did another like 2 or 3 of those, and then that died off.
Was it any better than the Puppet Master videos that went straight to video. I think
I don't know. I think
okay,
there would
there
be
it is.
I think there would be plenty of people who would say that Puppet Master was probably better. I don't know.
Okay, that gives me some perspective.
But
don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the first one, but it's
I never really
one of
saw
my
the
litmus.
Puppet Master movies. That's the thing.
I only saw the first one.
I need to catch up on those.
I did see a riff track of, I think it was the 10th one, the 8th, or there was way more of them than I thought there were.
They riff tracks the one that had Greg Sestero in it.
Yes.
From The Room playing Toulon. Yeah. Because obviously they had to go after that one. But
and it was
I hear that movie's actually not bad.
But it really wasn't the worst. I mean, of all the movies they've riffed, I don't know that it was the best, but it was one of the better ones that they've riffed.
Because there's some movies.
Yeah.
There are some movies that they riffed that aren't bad. There's a few of them that I actually genuinely like.
Recently,
I like Maroon. I like Mitchell.
I haven't seen that one. Mitchell's not bad, really.
Mitchell's
although it's
not
a
bad
great episode.
when you watch it uncut. It's like
it's so fun.
It's Dirty Harry with
exactly.
It's Dirty Harry with Joe Don Baker in it. That's all it is.
Yeah,
really.
And Joe Don Baker, as much as to make fun of him, he wasn't a bad actor. It just he was a little rough around the edges as far as his looks. You know,
he was just a regular dude. You know.
Yeah.
And and people make fun of his health. The dude made it to like what, 86, something like that.
I think he made it more than that. He was quite old.
Maybe closer
All
to 90.
I know is he was older than I ever expected him to get, and my hat's off to him. So there it is. You think you can take me? Go ahead on.
Head on. Final Justice. Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, I'm not going to complain about his performance, but that kind of was a little bit of a cheesy movie.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion. It was a fun movie, but
the episode that was one of their best, but I kind of hate at the same time that they riff on it, is The Final Sacrifice.
Yes.
Because you gotta remember,
it's a student
you gotta
film.
remember the kid who wrote and directed that movie was 16.
Yeah, and when you consider
and he made that,
it's actually a great for a student. I mean, not that I've seen a lot of student films, but when I think. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous. And then I learned it was a student film. I was like, when you consider that, it's actually pretty good because it's got fairly decent filming. The story's a little hackneyed, but I mean, I don't think I'd have come up with anything better when I was 16. Just saying. Yeah, it is funny that they had the Yosemite Sam actor in there, but I mean,
you knew my father, knew him. He was delicious.
He was delicious.
What's there to work on your arm there down yonder? And it is literally, for those of you who haven't seen it, it is literally like Yosemite Sam just walks into this movie. I mean, or I should say, literally falls into the movie because he's in the attic and he's climbing out of the attic.
And Rosdauer, again, I thought it was ridiculous when I first saw it, but then when I was like, they probably just got this guy off the street for, hey, would you be in our film if we fed you? And when you consider that, he actually didn't do a bad job.
No.
Considering that, the villain was almost good. I mean, he was actually pretty good. I'm just saying. In my humble opinion.
Because he's basically just doing the tall man from Phantasm. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. But he's got a presence. He's sinister. I can actually find myself mildly afraid of him when I'm not thinking about the riffs. You shot me in the butt. You know, when you throw
Canadian
that in,
villain Darth Vader.
Yes, yes. But like, if I had seen that without the riffs and knew it was if I'd known it was a student film, I would have thought that was incredible.
Yeah.
But it is you're right. It's a very funny episode.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite episodes.
My favorite episode is still Pod People with Trumpy. It was one of my first episodes. I don't know if it was quite my first episode that I ever watched, but it was very close. And it was Joel at very nearly his best. And the film is ridiculous. And it stinks. I mean, it's just, there's so many iconic moments in that film that more or less define what Riff Tracks was all about. Tim, who's now in the chat, he's even agreeing. It stinks.
and I do.
We need to probably
get to the chat real quick, because we do have to kind of wrap this up here in a few minutes and get everybody over to Troy's channel for Doctor Who. Shashi kind of ragging on me here. You have your ear to the ground, but you didn't know there was a new Shaun the Sheep movie coming up. No, honestly, I did not. So that one did get
Steven.
Yeah. Wade says Son-in-Law is my favorite movie. The Total Recall reboot was dumb, which is odd because it was actually closer to the source material. I don't get no respect. Kidding, only kidding.
I don't get no respect.
Let's see. And
the chat's been hopping. Sorry.
Yeah. The movie I was talking about was One Battle After Another. Yeah. Let's see. B says, "What's your opinion on how the Academy has treated sci-fi, fantasy, and horror films over the years? Do you think they have a bias against those genres?" For the most part, I think they do. Although they did give Amy Madigan supporting actors for Weapons, which I thought was a nice step in the right direction.
I did like Weapons. I did like that film quite a bit.
So I was happy to see that. Brain stops working from time to time. Well, I know mine does. Curtis, can you message Wade tomorrow?
And I wrote down on my to-do list Real Wade. What is tomorrow? On the 27th.
Yep, 27th.
Got it.
Westerns get overlooked too. Yes, they do.
They do.
Yeah. Westerns need to make a comeback.
I agree.
And hello to the emoji queen, Lady Mist.
I'll be in my bunk. Oh, I'm sorry. I said that out loud. Sorry.
That's why I heard they make it not canon. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm hearing for Mummy 3. Second was great minus the CGI Scorpion. Mummy 2 is half-assed. We will be playing Mummy 2 this year. I wouldn't. Yeah. Why not? I'll be playing the Mummy Returns this year. Yeah. Cool.
The Mummy.
Because I think we've done the first one already. I'm trying to remember.
I think I actually caught that one. I think so, with you guys. Or at least
first Mummy is the best. I agree. Bill says action theater. Right on. And Sashi has to get back to work, or probably already is back to work. So see you around, Sashi.
Party on Lane and party on Sashi.
Wade says I made deleted watch. Yes, you did. 3 Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser. Yep. And hello to Tim. FKT 2005.
Meatballs fried in lard. Sorry.
But there was no monster. Yeah, Monster a Go-Go. Wade recommending Napoleon Dynamite.
I love Napoleon Dynamite.
And not recommending Space Jam 2. No, I don't.
Which I have not seen.
No
Space Jam 2 for you.
Cheers. Intro. 10 out of 10. Show. 3 out of 10. Oh, well, okay. Cheers to series or the show?
I don't know. Oh, the song is probably... Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
All right. Well, on that note, we do have to get everybody over to Troy's channel for Doctor Who. That's going to be starting here in a couple of minutes.
Doctor Who.
Curtis, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to
I'm
join
so glad
us
you
here.
invited me. Thank you. Yes, I know I'm kind of spaced out anymore, but I promise I'm trying to use my powers for good and not just evil. And if I get to the point where I want to be, maybe I will become a streaming god. Or maybe I'll just keep being one of the cool kids. That'll be cool too.
So you going to be
next week, Sunday? I intend, because I owe someone for a super chat, I intend to do, I don't know exactly what time, but sometime Sunday I'm going to do Spartacus as a watch party. I'm going to try to do that early in the afternoon. And then later on, I've been trying to do it earlier, but I keep getting a bunch of chores and stuff. Sometime in the, probably after you're done with the action movie stuff, I'm going to do what I've been more or less consistent about doing. I do an episode of the original Star Trek, and I do an episode of a show I've never seen before, Farscape. So that's what I've been doing.
All right. As for myself, tomorrow night I'm going to be joining Troy and Netter for their members movie night. And let's see. Tuesday will be the Mystery Movie Night podcast at 7 p.m. live from Sparkwood 21 at 8:30, and of course Thursday at 5:30. I believe I'm going to be joining Bill for Comedy Greats, our new show. We're going to be watching the movie Replacements with Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman. And, of course, later on that night at 11 p.m., Coming Attractions, where you get to find out what I'm going to be doing next week.
Sweet.
All right, so for the Tired Midnight Blogger, everybody here in the live chat, and anybody who might be watching later on, and everyone following along on Twitter, good night. Take care, stay strong, be safe and healthy, because this is how we win. There is theme music. I will now play it.
Ooh, theme music. Ooh.
Back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture films in the world we see. Deleted scenes where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Stay care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we